Here we are once again as the Wild Asia team, all set and ready to bring you another set of episodes. As the designated media personnel for and on behalf of the animal world, we are all set to be able to bring you some very interesting insights, the loves, the cares, the woes, and indeed the happy moments amongst our jungle friends. These are usually hidden from view, but we're happy to be able to bring them before you. And what will we learn today? Well, many things we will see, and perhaps also have a little sympathetic vibration that comes up within us to be able to appreciate those things that are hidden from view. Forlorn, lovesick songs don't belong only to humans, but even the hawk knows of it. And once we espied this lonely hawk with its melancholic song pervading the entirety of the jungle, and we thought there was something special behind that, and we followed it into the jungle.
When we went some distance into the jungle, we heard an eagle invitingly calling out to a male. We could hardly discern it, but this seemed a great opportunity for us. This invitation from the oriental honey-buzzard eagle didn't fall on deaf ears. There came an answer to his invitation from another eagle, from the same species, of course, but of a different class. This incident reminded us of a letter that had been delivered to the wrong address, which is a commonplace incident in human society. Anyway, though the wrong mate came forward, our oriental honey buzzard was not disturbed at all and took it in stride. Our expectations don't always turn out to be the way we anticipate, but that's no reason to lose hope.
However big the elephant is, its world really is quite small. And the lone elephant is only concerned about bathing, eating and drinking. And once that is fulfilled, there is no other concern. And when an elephant, a lone elephant, is now sent away from the herd, that's the time when it doesn't have any friends or succor. It loves to wallow in mud. And that's exactly how he would like to spend his time, wallowing in mud. Something like a young lad who has left home.
Elephants wallowing or bathing in mud get so much pleasure from it. It is a good ploy to keep away irritating insects. These single bull elephants roam alone aimlessly as they have been driven away from the herd. The herd, consisting of females and young bulls, have to fend for themselves. Sometimes, through loneliness, these bulls turn violent. After rubbing his entire body with mud, the elephant immersed its body completely in the lake and spent about half an hour washing the mud off. The animal probably realized that washing the mud off its body was more difficult than rubbing it on. The elephant, being a part aquatic animal, immerses its entire body in water to cool off. Though elephants love to play in water, this elephant merely bathed its body, probably because he was a loner. In any case, this elephant spent a considerable time on this exercise, paying no attention to time. Though a large animal, its loneliness could be unbearable. That is why such creatures deserve our sympathy.
The story that we are asked to believe is that mankind descends from the monkeys or the apes. But the monkeys don't know that. When we get around and about and see some things, we in fact begin to wonder if the monkey is a descendant of the humans. For how else would he have learned to steal and create havoc and mayhem in this manner?
A group of monkeys came across a farm cultivated with red onions bordering the jungle. It's a treat. Never mind the farmer, they must have thought to themselves. Though knowing it was thievery, like humans, they saw no wrong in it. News reached the farmer. Out came his catapult. Eating juicy red onions and getting pelted by a catapult are two very different experiences indeed.
You know, in the animal kingdom, there are no servants to perform duties. The animals must serve themselves and perform. And they have learnt a great deal of how to be able to perform those things. But on occasions when they need assistance, the herd or the family does step in. Maybe there's a lesson for us there.
There is an old saying, a daughter is very special to a mother. This elephant mother-daughter story is a reminder of that. The elephant mother had an itchy forehead and started scratching it with her trunk. The moment she paused, pat came the daughter with a helping trunk to take over that duty. This bond between mother and daughter will remind you of our mothers embracing their children with love. A mother endowed with such a daughter is indeed fortunate.
4 legs strong, not just for running, but for running fast. They also have a set of antlers for protection. But there is one variety of animal in the jungle which are always living in fear despite all of this. Do you know what that animal species is? Here they are.
The surrounding area near a waterhole is desolate during daytime. But this herd has come knowing there are no enemies in the vicinity. Enhancing the beauty of the lake environs are deer, who usually live in herds. With its long legs, a deer is really a beauty. The antlers of the male deer have branched off into magnificent specimens. With warm blood coursing through its body, this animal, classified as mammal, has been on this earth for a long time. It is usual for deer to rest in the shade of a tree during the hot hours of the day. Because of their long ears, deer can identify sound from different directions. Contrary to common belief, their eyesight is not sharp. They can only see in black and white. But though it can see only in black and white, it creates for us a world full of wonder. Is not the deer an amazing creation of Mother Nature?
there's no big or small when it comes to the expression of love. Oh yes, we've heard that before. However big the elephants are, when it comes to them expressing love, they are like little children, and we do enjoy watching them. Well, if the whole world begins to love elephants the way they express love toward themselves, then we might very well conclude that the world will be a better place for the elephants in the jungle.
Elephants can be classified into two groups: the Asian elephant and the African elephant. The differences occur according to the habitat. The African elephant has evolved to suit its environment and can live in semi-arid and arid areas. The Asian elephant can live only in jungles with wet conditions. Scientists believe that the Asian elephant has evolved in a wet forest environment. This is clearly seen in their playful, carefree temperament. These animals love their companions and want to be loved in return. Their gestures express their feelings. Our elephants, majestically roaming the jungles, is a treat for our eyes.
Bird life is so attractive, and as we look around we find not only big birds but very small ones as well. And as we would notice here, it is not according to size that the speech is formed. This very small bird seems to have a lot to say.
The barred button quail, resembling a ball, usually roams the forest floor. The female is bigger than the male. The female lays a large number of eggs, hands them over to the male, and goes away with another male. Looking after the young then becomes the responsibility of the male. The barred button quail is usually seen in places with shrubs, grasslands, and in cultivated areas. Though not commonly seen, it is also supposed to be a trickster. This button quail is going around looking for breakfast. Though small, the quick gait is proof that it is a very active bird.
It seems that it often is just the way it is as in human society. When one is lonely, you are alone. When one does have to face all sorts of difficulties and sicknesses, often, who does one tell? And even those seemingly powerful creatures of the forest are in the same boat. When things begin to go wrong, well, when they can, they do. When they can't, they don't seem to be able to.
It is customary that inhabitants of the forest are up and about early. Anyway, though a good part of the morning has gone by, this bear does not seem to be getting up. Is it sick? Or is it just lazy? It was only when the bear got up that we noticed that something was wrong. Was it the result of a hunt the previous night? The bear got up slowly and started limping along. The bear is supposed to be the most ferocious animal one could come across in the jungle, especially if it is a mother bear with cubs. Folklore mentions that the bear is very clever at crying and weeping. Crying like a she-bear is a common saying. Though this bear seems to be in severe pain, it may be that it is not crying because it is a male. A bear's lifespan is 10 to 15 years, which is comparatively short when compared to other animals. A long while after getting up with difficulty, it walked away in search of food. When in the jungle, alone and sick, even a king has to venture forth in search of food.
So that brings us to the end of another little episode or two or three or four with our friends in the jungle. The Wild Asia team promises to return with more information, more insights, more views and perspectives of what happens in the animal world. So join us again another time. But for now, goodbye.